Year 2020 could well turn out be the worst the world has ever seen. We are almost done this year. We have only few more days to go with 2021, and the record of things that have already gone wrong reads like a book of unspeakable horrors: COVID-19 deaths, lockdowns, pandemic, economic recession, job losses, mental depression. Hundreds of thousands of migrants walking home, several being run over by trains. Cyclones, floods, quakes. Aircraft crashes. Warlike flare UPS. Locust attacks. Fires. Riots. Stock market bloodbaths. Wonder what is in store in the remaining part of the year. Here are some major events that have rocked the world in just the first 5 months of 2020. A new infectious coronavirus known as 2019 COVID-19 was discovered in Wuhan. The virus has since then swamped the world, affecting over 5.5 million people in 217 nations. The WHO declared it a pandemic, and it has led to millions of people losing their jobs, economies being pushed into a depression, many being rendered homeless. The race to find a cure is on, but till then it seems the world is going to face immense tragedy and damage. World's biggest lockdown. On March 25, India imposed the first total lockdown to ensure that the spread of the coronavirus is slowed down, giving enough time for the nation's health infrastructure to be ready for the flood of patients. The lockdown has been extended till May 31 and has had many a debilitating impact on human lives and the economy. The government has meanwhile rolled out a Rs 20 lakh crore stimulus package to revive the economy. COVID-19 death toll rising. The death toll due to COVID-19 is on the rise. In India, till May 27, 4,337 people have died due to the dreaded coronavirus-related disease. More than 150,000 people have been stricken by the virus in India. Migrant crisis. In a horrific incident, on May 9, 16 migrants were killed when a goods train ran over them near Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Thousands of migrant workers in India, who were marooned wherever they were working, due to the sudden lockdown in the country, have been walking to their native villages. Despite government guidelines, these daily wagers who have lost their jobs have defied the rules to be with their families. The central and the state governments have been unsuccessful in providing food, shelter, and transport for many of these migrants. Bloodbath at the markets. The coronavirus pandemic has pummeled the stock markets around the world. In India, the Sensex, which was ruling at over 40,000 before the COVID-19 crisis, has lost over 10,000 points to fall to just over 30,000. Market capitalization of billions of dollars has been wiped out. Nobody can predict when things will improve. Cyclone ravages West Bengal. Called the century's worst cyclone to hit West Bengal, Cyclone Amphan wreaked havoc in the state, killing 80 people and damaging property worth billions of rupees. Gas leak. Family members react as they mourn deceased relatives a day after a gas leak incident at LG Polymers plant, at King George Hospital mortuary, in Visakhapatnam on May 8, 2020. Engineers battled on May 8 to prevent more toxic gas escaping at a chemical plant on India's east coast, a day after a pre-dawn leak killed 12 people and knocked locals unconscious in the street. Locust attacks. Swarms of locusts have entirely covered many parts of Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan in India, causing huge damage and raising concern over India's food security. Locust attacks in Africa too have led to immense damage there. India-China border flare-up. File photos of a Chinese soldier gesturing at an Indian soldier on the Chinese side of the ancient Nathula border crossing between India and China. The two Asian giants have been locked in a tussle that the world feared could flare up further. Meanwhile, China said on May 27 that the situation at the border with India is overall stable and controllable. The comments came in the backdrop of the continuing standoff between the militaries of India and China at the line of actual control. Australian bushfires. The horrific Australian bushfires and smoke from the deadly fires are linked to an estimated 445 deaths and more than 4,000 hospitalizations. The fires also killed more than 500 million animals. The fire had threatened homes earlier on, but water-bombing helicopters have helped keep on top of the fire and the main threat to property has passed for the moment. Legends Rishi Kapoor and Irfan Khan pass away. Bollywood stars Irfan Khan and the legendary Rishi Kapoor passed away in Mumbai. The shocking and sudden deaths of the two stalwarts led to gloom in the movie industry. The star's fans too joined in to mourn the demise. Floods in Indonesia. Floods ravaged Indonesia earlier this month, killing many and rendering many others homeless. A man and his children wade through floodwaters following 3 days of heavy rain in Banda Aceh on May 9, 2020. Air crashes in Pakistan, Iran. At least 97 people were killed after Pakistan International Airlines aircraft crashed in Karachi at a residential area. In another horrid incident on January 10, Iran unintentionally shot down a Ukrainian aircraft killing 176 people on board. Delhi riots. Delhi saw communal riots erupt over the Citizens Amendment Act as many people took to the streets to oppose the CAA and ended up disrupting public order. More than 50 people were killed in the riots. Iran attacks US bases in Iraq, kills many. Several thousand Iraqi protesters attacked the US embassy in Baghdad, breaching its outer wall and chanting "Death to America," in anger over weekend airstrikes that killed pro-Iran fighters. Iran too attacked US bases in Iraq, killing some American soldiers. Quakes ravage Turkey, the Caribbean. A man watches sheep in an area of collapsed stable building after a magnitude 5.9 earthquake struck near the border with Iran, in Ujpınar neighborhood of Baskali district in eastern Van province of Turkey on February 24, 2020. Dozens of people were killed in the quake. In the Caribbean too, a temblor caused massive damage to life and property. US kills Iranian General Iranian Qasem Soleimani, causing war fears. Mourners gather during the final stage of funeral processions for slain top General Qasem Soleimani, in his hometown Kerman. He was killed outside Baghdad airport on January 3 in a drone strike ordered by US President Donald Trump, ratcheting up tensions with arch-enemy Iran, which has vowed severe revenge. Kobe Bryant, daughter killed in chopper crash. People stopped to take pictures in front of the new mural by a French artist picturing Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi in Los Angeles. The 41-year-old American basketball star and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna were killed, along with 7 others, when their helicopter crashed into a fog-covered hillside near Calabasas, California. Olympics postponed. The 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games have been postponed to 2021 due to the coronavirus pandemic. This is the first time in human history that the Olympics have been cancelled for something other than war. Thanks for watching. See you guys on next video. It's your bro Hari Prasanth. Please subscribe our channel. Be a 360 thinker.